I found a formula that works for me, that allows for me to pour into myself, pour into my personal goals, and show up as the best version of myself for my 9 to 5. If you are trying to figure out how to balance your personal goals with your 9 to 5, you feel like you've been giving yourself the short end of the stick and your job has been getting the bulk of what you have to give, this is going to be the video for you. When they say she
Alexa, turn the bedroom lights orange.
Okay.
Maybe I should do it. Alexa, turn the bedroom lights white.
Okay.
Running fast from the way it was, jump quick to a paycheck, running back to the strip club. I'm never going back, never going back. No, you can't make me. Never going back, never going back. They never take me. I've been enough of petty dudes. I've had enough of shitty news. I had a thing for dirty shoes since I was 10. Love dirty men alike. Ooh, better today than yesterday. Ooh, I just take it day by day.
Just doing cardio today because it's really my rest day, but I needed to get my steps early as possible. Let's go. Nothing but love for you. Nothing but love. Nothing but love. We're working out of office today, meaning not in my house.
Is cutting the grass not too far away, so hopefully this doesn't sound too bad. But hi guys, hello, thank you so much for stopping by my channel. Hopefully you enjoyed my 5 to 9 before my 9 to 5, and then you guys kind of watched me get into my 9 to 5 a bit at a coffee shop. This is my first time visiting. It's called Mood Cafe. It's about 35 minutes outside of Atlanta, but totally worth the drive. Got me a latte, which was chef's kiss, matcha, chef's kiss. Like, I absolutely love it here, and I'm just looking for new places to work from, because romanticizing the grind is something that we do on this channel. Those who are already subscribed already know, and if you're not already subscribed, Get right before you get left. What are we talking about? But no, for real. I just wanted to wrap to you guys before I made my way home. It is now 1:17 in the afternoon. I got a good chunk of my work done, and I'm having a marvelous day, not only because I've been so productive, but also because I've had enough energy to pour into myself and to pour into my personal goals as well as my 9 to 5. And that's primarily what I wanted to talk to y'all about in today's video. But before we get into it, let me introduce myself for those who do not know me. Hi, my name is Bri. I am your Gen Zennial bestie, your virtual sis, working to successfully navigate her 20s in an attempt to thrive in her 30s. So I create all kinds of content around self-improvement, self-development, lifestyle, health and wellness, and everything under that umbrella. And if that is your jam, do yourself a favor and like, comment, and subscribe. Also hit the notification bell because you're going to love everything that this channel entails. Trust me. And for those who are reoccurring, y'all already know the vibes. I'll preface this by saying one of the things that I hear most frequently, or that I'm asked most often, is how do I do it? How am I able to show up in the gym consistently, stay on my health and wellness journey, stay in my health and wellness bag, enjoy myself? Because people be seeing me outside and they be like, wasn't you in the gym at 7 a.m.? And you went to the... Yeah. And show up for my job. You're doing this and you're doing that. How are you doing it? Like, how do you have the capacity to do it? So much so, I've even had a meeting yesterday, go from work to just being asked, how do you balance it all? And I recognize that it's not something that clicks for every single person, but if I had to sum up the answer to that question, it would be, I had just found what works for me. I found a formula that works for me, that allows for me to pour into myself, pour into my personal goals, and show up as the best version of myself for my 9 to 5. And that formula for me is very much embedded in a 5 to 9 before a 9 to 5. At least for me. Now, I'm not saying it needs to be those specific times, like it has to be 5 to 9 before your 9 to 5, but the premise of what I'm trying to say to you is that having some type of routine dedicated to you and your personal goals prior to your job is the key to balancing your personal goals with your 9 to 5. That also has been something I've been struggling with. Just because I wake up early more often than not doesn't mean that it comes easy. It doesn't mean that I don't have days where I'm tired, I'm exhausted, I'm overwhelmed, because I definitely do. However, this formula works for me, and it allows me to show up for myself more often than not so that I can be the best version of myself at work and at home and for y'all. So if you are trying to figure out how to balance your personal goals with your 9 to 5, you feel like you've been giving yourself the short end of the stick and your job has been getting the bulk, and you want to do more for yourself but you simply can't find the time, I'm going to tell you, number one, this is the video for you, because I'm going to break a few things down that's going to make it simple, clear, cut, and plain. I'm also going to tell you that you do need a morning routine. It doesn't have to be a 5 to 9 before a 9 to 5, but in my case, that's what works for me. You're going to need something like that works for you, and I'm going to give you 3 reasons why that may just be the key to balancing your personal goals with your job. And you're going to unlock a whole new level of productivity and of self-improvement. Okay? So rapid fire real quick before this camera dies. Let's get into it. Okay. The number one reason why having a 5 to 9 before my 9 to 5 or a morning routine in general has been helpful for me in terms of balancing my personal goals with my job is because it's taught me the importance of pouring into me first. You got to put you first. That's the real reason. You have to put you first. This is beyond just being productive and finding time to squeeze into your day and all of that other stuff. It's a more of an emotional decision when you choose to put you first. I'm trying to tell y'all, I've said it in previous videos and I will say it again. While our jobs are more often than not our livelihood, it's the way we get paid, it's the way that we eat and we support our families and all of that jazz. If something were to happen to you though, God forbid, they will replace you. There are other people that can do your job. Maybe not like you, you're all of that in a bag of chips, as am I. But if you don't put you first, your priorities are not in place. So some of the things that I do in my 5 to 9 before my 9 to 5 that allow me to put me first include spending time with God, reading my Bible as often as possible in my morning routine is something that's become very important to me, and it just makes me
clock in with my priorities. Like, okay, if the first thing I'm doing is filming content, well, technically I am, because I'm filming at 5 a.m., but y'all know what I mean. Like, if first thing I'm doing is checking TikTok, first thing I'm doing is checking my work email, like, my priorities are out of place. Let me get right with God real quick. Let me lock in. Let me spend that intimate time, because that to me is the most silent time that I have in my day. For you, it might be before you go to bed at night, but having that time with God is something that I like to do that helps me to put me first before my job, in addition to moving my body, going to the gym, or taking a walk. Sometimes it's my coffee, sometimes it's my matcha, sometimes it's making my balanced breakfast. All of those things to me are ways that I pour into myself before I give any effort to my job, my employer, even so. So some people might be like, well, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a business owner, I never sleep, like my job is my whole life, and that's cool. However, it's still not prioritizing your self-wellness, your mental health, your well-being, if you do not take time to put yourself first. And when you do that, you will have a better chance at balancing your personal goals with the goals that you have for your job, because there's a greater likelihood that you're going to succeed personally when you take care of yourself.
I drink this before it get cold. Hot.
Second reason, having a 5 to 9 before your 9 to 5, or perhaps simply a morning routine, is going to catapult your personal goals to where you want them to be, in addition to your goals for your 9 to 5, because waking up early improves your time management. I'm sorry. I've talked about this in previous videos. Actually, I have a video specifically stating the different facts that come with waking up earlier. I know there's a lot of people that don't want to hear this, but studies show that people who wake up earlier in the morning have better time management. Yeah. And when you improve on your time management, you're going to be able to give more time to the things that you care about. When you improve your productivity, that to me has been one of the most valuable things that have taken my personal goals to another level. I've never showed up as consistently as I do now on my personal platforms, on this channel, on my personal pages. I've never been this consistent in the gym in my life. I've never been this consistent with eating balanced, healthy diet. I've been in a calorie deficit for 2 weeks now straight, and I have not been drawing. I've been doing a very, very good job. I've never been this consistent with so many different aspects of my personal goals at one time. And one of the only reasons I've been able to do this is because I have incredible time management. For the most part, I really do. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like tooting my own horn that way, but at a very young age, my parents required all of us, me and my siblings, to have a bunch of extracurriculars. Just going to school was not good enough. So very early on, I learned how to manage my time well. I'm in the school play. I play an instrument. I'm in the choir. I'm on the sports team. I'm also doing well in school itself. None of those things were able to make me get bad grades, because I got practice until this time, or because I got XYZ to do after class. One thing never hindered the other, because my time management is on a beam, and that took years of grooming. That took years of learning, muscle building in terms of my time management specifically. And if you struggle with that, I'm telling you, waking up earlier, having some type of morning routine, a 5 to 9 before 9 to 5, or maybe you start at 6, or maybe you start at 8, it's going to help you with your time management, because factually, you're going to get more done when you have more hours at your disposal. That's just a fact. And yes, some people can get a lot more things done in the evening and in the nighttime, but the studies say otherwise. No tea, no shade. You could be as internally productive as you want. You can have all of the little light bulbs that you want, but the world is awake earlier. It's not like you can't go and drop off your orders at the post office late at night for your business, because that's when you're most productive. The post office is gonna close. Okay, and at the end of the day, you need sleep. You need to prioritize rest. We're not gonna talk about waking up early and not talk about going to bed early. That is also a thing that needs to happen. But you will just start to allocate more time to the things that you want.
I specifically dedicate time in my mornings. Now, as of late, it's been more so on the treadmill, but sometimes I'm editing in the morning. Sometimes I'm editing on the treadmill or selecting certain things. And other times, like this, I'm filming in the morning. And then I pull out my laptop 9 a.m. and I'm working. I'm not trying to find a way to blend the two, or I'm not trying to find a way that's like gonna override one thing or the other. Yes, my job does require a lot of me. I love my job, but it should not be to a point where I can't give anything to my personal goals because my job. Nor should it be the other way around. Your personal goals is all that you do, and now you suck at your job. You need your job more than likely. Like, have you seen the economy? Have you seen the current climate that we're in? This is not a game, bro. I want y'all to exceed and to be successful with the personal goals that you have. I want the absolute best for you. But I'm also not going to tell you to chalk your responsibilities in an attempt to lose your fupa or whatever other personal goal you may have. Like to get your 10K steps a day, go to work late. No. Okay, we have to be practical. We have to be realistic. And we have to be responsible and mature. So the hack to making sure that you do not slack, I didn't mean to rhyme just then. The hack to make sure that you do not slack at your 9 to 5 is to wake up earlier and improve that time management, baby. Okay? Because there is a lot of people that you're going to look at, probably like myself, and be like, how do they find time in the day? There's a plane going over me. Hold on. Sorry about that. You're going to look at them and say, how do they do it? How do they do it? And I'm going to tell you, they wake up early. They have good time management. They find time to do the things that they need to do and the things that they want to do. The last reason, or the final reason that I will give you here today as to why your morning routine or your 5 to 9 before your 9 to 5 is going to be the key to balancing your personal goals and your 9 to 5 is that you will be better at your 9 to 5 if you do steps number 1 and 2. Something that I'm learning, especially now that I've transitioned from a creator at my job to now being a manager and a creator. I have way more responsibilities. I oversee other people. It requires a little bit more attention to detail, definitely more responsibility. Something that I'm learning is that you can be as good as you want at your job, but if you do not pour into you, you won't show up the way that you want to at your job. And I just stressed a lot earlier how important it is to make sure that you're taking care of your responsibilities and you're being mature when it comes to your job. I don't care if you work in corporate or if you work at McDonald's. If that is your means to take care of yourself, to take care of the ones around you, if you have the responsibility or a family to support, we're not going to play about that. You might have the voice of Jennifer Hudson and be flipping burgers at Burger King for now. Cool. You're going to still hustle and work towards your grind. You're going to be posting that content. You're going to be getting in the studio. You're going to do all of the things, but you're not going to slack where your job is concerned because you have responsibilities that you are not willing to let up off of. That is what I want to stress to you. We have to make sure that our priorities are aligned. And just because you're doing well at your job, your personal goals should not suffer as a result of that. And the same thing goes vice versa. Just because you're doing phenomenal at your personal goals, you're seeing the results, all of the things are hitting, you at your job should not suffer as a result of that. I do truthfully believe that it is possible to effectively balance the two. And when you don't show up for yourself, it is a whole lot more difficult to show up for your job. You will be a better manager, employee, contributor, creator, whatever the case that you do for your 9 to 5. You will be better at all of those things if you take care of you. It's difficult, not even just when your job is concerned. If you're not showing up for you, how are you supposed to show up for your kids or your students, for the other people that are relying on you and depending on you? That's another part of having a job. And did y'all see that? I never recorded outside. I hope that the audio sounds good. My phone is overheating, so if it don't, please bear with me. As I was saying, another part of the whole job thing that we don't really talk about is because we've been ever since COVID, we've been in such an entrepreneurial era. And I love that for all of us. Everyone owns a business or starting a business, and then the content thing became a thing, and now everybody want to get money on the internet, and I love every inch of that. But there is an aspect of having a job that does require you to be a part of a team. It does require you to have good co-working skills. And growing up, I was always taught I'm not allowed to quit stuff. Like, obviously, I'm not going to be at my job forever. I've quit jobs before, but when I am a part of a team, I show up. And I don't like, excuse my French, I don't like half-assing anything that I do. My name is on it. It's not going to be half-assed. I'm sorry. So just because it might not be my end-all be-all, like, no, my job is not that I'm Oprah, but it doesn't mean I'm going to show up any less than I would desire, any less than I would want to show up for myself. If my name is on something, I'm going to do it to a caliber that I deem worthy. Woo! Sorry. I'm going to do it to a caliber that I feel proud of. And that's what I want for y'all. I hope y'all can hear me. I'm so sorry for the outside circumstances, but I really do hope that you guys can hear me, and I hope that it's sinking in for y'all. Your job should not come at a cost of your personal goals, and your personal goals should not come at a cost of your job. It is possible to effectively and efficiently balance the two. And if you pour into yourself, if you put yourself first, and if you learn proper time management, I guarantee you that you will be able to do it. You will see an improvement probably on both ends. You'll start achieving more of your personal goals, and you'll start doing even better at your job. You might mess around and get a promotion, okay? You're talking to someone that has done that for themselves. There are times where I feel like I am not doing enough, whether it be with my job or with my personal goals. And sometimes you have to take a step back and look at what you've achieved, look at what you've accomplished. And it does feel nice when it comes from other people. Like the last 2 days, I've had an outpour of compliments, and maybe that's because of my transparency on social media. I'll put the video here.
Have you ever gotten to a point where you desperately want something so bad, but you are not seeing the results, and it just gets to a point where you break down? I just got to that point.
Because there are times where you just feel like, how am I supposed to do all of this? Like, I'm putting all this unnecessary pressure on myself the whole time. There's all these people that are telling me that they're inspired by what I'm doing. Like the comments, and there's people that's directly contacting me and telling me that. People I love, people that see the grind, that see the hustle in real time, daily. They see how I show up for myself, for other people. Sometimes I don't feel like going to the gym. I still go, because I know me posting that one little picture on my Instagram story damn near every morning be motivating people to get up and go themselves. And that is just such an empowering thing to consider, especially when you feel burnt out a little bit. I'm not saying to burn yourself out because other people are depending on you, but maybe there are other people depending on you. And maybe you're being a little bit too hard on yourself, thinking that you have to move mountains, and you have to cure cancer, and you have to do all of the things. Show up for yourself. Focus on that. And when you do that, you'll be better able to show up for your job. Do your best, perform to the best of your ability on the days that you have it. Show up. On the days that you don't have it, take a self-care day, take a mental health day. It is okay. But know that it is possible to find the balance and to achieve the things that you want for yourself in spite of whatever you do for work. Okay? Well, guys, that is all that I have for today's video. I really hope that it was helpful and that it did something for you, that it motivated you or inspired you to wake up earlier, to have a 5 to 9 before your 9 to 5, so that you have time for your personal goals in addition to the goals that you have for your job. And let me know what those goals are in the comments. Cutting the grass, y'all, I'm sorry. Let me know what those goals are in the comments, and I'm going to get some more ice for my matcha, and I'm going to take my behind home because I'm sweating bullets out here. But it was wonderful chatting with you guys. Can't wait to see you in the next video. If you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe. Also hit the notification bell because I have more content coming your way very, very soon. Thank you again, and I'll see you in the next one.